It was foretold. Hey everybody, this is Arena Hacks. My name is Kyle Wagner. Today I'm going to be doing my first almost entirely Kaldheim deck. I was looking a lot into the Foretell ability because of Cosmos Charger. In those 100 packs that I opened from Kaldheim, I noticed that I had all 4 of these Cosmos Chargers I got from those 100 packs. So I have a full set of Cosmos Chargers. I read the ability. I'm like, that seems like it can be pretty powerful when you're using it with your Foretell cards. And I even told you how clunky and slow that I thought Foretell was. And I'm like, this guy reduces it by 1 mana and allows you to play at instant speed. So you can hold up mana for, like, say, counter spells. And then at the end of your opponent's turn, you can foretell a card at instant speed. So instead of using your mana to foretell a card, you can hold your mana for an instant speed spell. And if you find yourself not needing to cast that during your opponent's turn, just foretell some cards, or a card or 2 cards. By reducing it, foretell only costs 2 colorless. By reducing it by 1, it only costs 1 to foretell. So for like 3 mana, you can foretell 3 cards, which is insane. You get 2 Cosmos Chargers on the battlefield because they are not legendary. If you look at that, you get 2 of them on the battlefield. It's free to foretell cards at instant speed. It's pretty busted. Unfortunately, I didn't do that in the video and the recording. However, I did do that during testing, and I had some really fun games getting 2 Cosmos Chargers out, and then I'm just foretelling whenever I want, like for free. Really crazy. Niko Defies Destiny here. That one I had to use some wild cards on. I didn't get as many of those, but it's pretty busted in a foretell deck. What else do we have? Saw It Coming. I already covered that in another video where I used this in another blue-white control deck. I know I mentioned mono black deck before, and it's coming. I wanted to do it in different order. I wanted to start on Thursday and do another one on Sunday. I just wanted to do it in that order because I actually have 2 versions of the same deck, and I want to do 2 videos for it, and it's really cool. So Thursday is going to be like the teaser for next Sunday. So Saw It Coming, you've already seen me use that and play around with it a bit. Ravenform, really good removal here. 2 downsides to it is that your opponent gets a 1/1 bird, and it sucks, but it's a lot better than usually whatever you're exiling. One of the other downsides is that it can only target artifact or creatures. I keep making the mistake that I can target planeswalkers and enchantments with this card. I'm like, great, I can exile that, but it's not a Banishing Light. It's not an ECD, it doesn't just exile anything with converted mana costs or whatever, and the Banishing Light just exiles anything that's not a land you can exile. So no, it's not anything, and that kind of really burns me a couple times because I'm like, I really need to get rid of my opponent's enchantment or their planeswalker. So it's like, yeah, so if your opponent is wrecking you with an enchantment or a planeswalker in this deck, just concede and go to the next game because you can't do anything. There's literally nothing you can do about those situations in this deck, and I've had to find that out the hard way. So yes, this deck does need some modifications. If you want to copy this deck and make some of your own modifications, that's my advice to you, is try to find ways to deal with enchantments and planeswalkers while still trying to stick with the Foretell idea, ability, whatever you want to call it, theme. Anyways, Iron Verdict, that's really fun. 5 damage to a creature is pretty brutal. They have to be tapped, which is really unfortunate because you have to try to bait your opponent into tapping their creatures for some reason. Usually it comes into attacking. Now it is an instant, and when it's in your Foretell slot, it only costs 1 white mana. So at instant speed, your opponent declares attackers, their creatures tap, and you can actually use it at instant speed and blow up their creature before their creature does any damage to your health. So it can work that way. It's very defensive that way. Other than that, if the creature is tapping to use an ability, like Speaker of the Heavens has Vigilance, so he can attack and you can't hit him with the Iron Verdict. Even though it's more than enough damage to kill a Speaker of the Heavens, you still can't, with an Iron Verdict, he has Vigilance, so he's not tapped. However, if your opponent gets 27 life, he taps to create an angel. Yeah, he gets a 4/4 angel, that sucks. But he doesn't get his Speaker of the Heavens anymore because now, boom, you blow it up with an Iron Verdict because the Speaker of the Heavens has to tap to do that ability. So I don't get to use Iron Verdict in any tricky ways like that. I usually just hold it up for combat, and when my opponent attacks, I then blow up their creature. And it's really funny because you can get your Foretell cards back out of your graveyard with Niko Defies Destiny. So sometimes you grab these back out of your graveyard and your opponent knows you have them, right? Once you foretell them though, your opponent doesn't see them anymore. But your opponent sees you foretelling the card, so he knows you have that card in the foretell slot. So it's funny, I don't know if it's in the recording or if it's a different game I played, but I actually had an opponent that had a very powerful board, more powerful than mine, but he knew I had 2 Iron Verdicts in exile. He knew that too because I had already played them both on him and got them both out of the graveyard with 2 Niko Defies Destiny. He had a much more powerful board than I did, but he wouldn't attack because he knew as soon as his creatures tapped, I'd be throwing Iron Verdicts at them. And he was like, and it was just such a weird situation. He's just sitting there with this big board and he just won't attack me because he's too scared. So scaring your opponents sometimes when they know what you have can be really fun with this deck. Karfell Harbinger, I think I'm saying that right, I'm not sure. But Karfell Harbinger, great little mana dork. Birth of Meletis, you've seen me run before too. Also helps you get your lands and gets you a defender. Karfell Harbinger is actually a decent defender and with 3 toughness as well. Not to be laughed at, and you can use that mana for instant and sorcery spells. So you can block, you can declare blocker with this, and before damage gets dealt, you can then tap it to get that mana and cast an instant or sorcery spell. Well, instant if you're blocking it during your opponent's turn, so it has to be an instant, can't be a sorcery. But you know what I mean. If you have a Cosmos Charger out, you can actually use that mana to foretell a card. I once did that. I had a Cosmos Charger out. Somebody targeted my Karfell Harbinger with something because he knew I was using it for extra mana and he didn't want me doing that. And so he targets it to kill it. And right before it dies, I tap it for 1 blue, use 1 blue mana to foretell a card at instant speed. No, he targeted my Cosmos Charger, sorry. He targeted my Cosmos Charger, but before my Cosmos Charger died at instant speed, I used 1 mana, because that's what the Cosmos Charger reduces your foretell cost. I used 1 mana to foretell a card from this guy, all before the spell that killed him resolved. So it just got that last bit of value out of him before he died. Behold the Multiverse, great card for digging in your library and just kind of giving your hand a little refresh later in the game when your hand's running low, or if you just don't have the cards in your hand that you need for what your opponent's throwing at you. Great card for digging. You get to scry 2. It's like Opt on steroids. It is way too hefty on mana for the converted mana cost here. I never hard cast this because it's just ridiculous. You try to get it in your foretell slot as early as you can. It depends on what your card draw is. I find I'm always trying to play other things against my opponents and do, like, I have to deal with so much stuff. I don't have the mana available to throw this in the foretell slot, so it can be difficult to get it there. But once you get it there, you just leave it there until you need it, and then it only costs 2 mana. If you look at that foretell cost, 2 mana. Scry 2, so you look at those 2 cards. Do you want them? No, you put them on the bottom of your library and draw. You still draw 2 more cards, right? You don't get to see what they are, but you get to stack those top 2 cards, and then you get to draw 2 cards. Really great. Really helps smooth out your card draw if you get it and you're able to play it in time. A lot of times I have it and I need to play it to get cards, but it's like my opponent's throwing so much at me, I have to use my mana to deal with that. I don't have the mana available to foretell, and even if it's already foretold, I still don't have the 2 mana to cast it. I need to be dealing with what my opponent's throwing at me. So most of the time it comes in pretty clutch and helps out a lot. I already mentioned the Cosmos Charger, so our main win cons in this deck is the Cosmos Charger is flying damage with Cosmos Charger and Starnheim Unleashed. So the rares in here, other than Temple of Enlightenment, which you should all have when you complete those beginner's challenges. So the other rares besides that are 2 Doomskars, 4 Cosmos Chargers, and then 2 mythic rares with Starnheim Unleashed. So it's 6 rares and 2 mythics. This is still definitely within the budget range of what most people would consider budget. I know it's one of my heftier decks for rares and stuff, but to be honest, this deck does not have enough Doomskars and does not have enough Starnheim Unleashes. Like, some of the gameplay that you see me playing, and I've already know what I would swap those for. 2 more Doomskars, 2 more Starnheim, and that's 4 cards. Take away all 4 of your Karfell Harbinger. That mana can be handy, but you do get mana, similar mana, from, it's not quite the same. You can use it to foretell cards, which you can use for this mana too, to foretell cards. And then cast cards that have the foretell ability, which is almost everything in this deck. Whereas this is just, it's to foretell cards or to cast instants or sorceries. So yeah, get rid of these guys. You do have this to help you with your mana, and get more Doomskars and Starnheim Unleashed. There is, I think, a game that you'll see me play where I do rock a Doomstar, and it totally, I get so mad because he, I think it's the last match, yeah. You know what, I'll let you watch it instead of giving away spoilers. Anyways, that's the deck. Hope you enjoy the gameplay. Okay, so maybe that last game I lost because I'm figuring out how to play this deck still, or this kind of stuff. Foretell, I don't know. It seemed like there was really nothing, like literally nothing I could have done to win. Like no matter how good I played that, there was no winning that whatsoever. He always had the answer. Every time I put a blocker out, it was gone immediately every single time. So I could never block his stuff. I could never prevent the damage. I could never do anything. I had all these spells and I could never do anything. And it's going to be the same way now because, oh no, never mind. Never mind. I thought opponent's on the play, but we're on the play this time. So we might have a bit of an advantage this time. Let's foretell this right away. So I think some of the mistakes I've been making in the last few games is I don't foretell enough early game. I think I need to spend the first few turns just foretelling a whole bunch of stuff. He's going to do damage. My opponent's going to build up a board. Hopefully I can get some removal, which I do have one right here. I was going to say I don't have a single one of again, but I do right here. Last game I know I had I had too much of the same removal though. The one where he gets a bird and everything. I needed more of this removal last game. Alright. I should probably I want to play this for more mana though. It's also a bit of a blocker. Let's go this way. And then start trying to foretell more stuff. And then maybe holding up. Yeah, now that we got this other mana, let's foretell something and then hold up mana for a Saw coming. That seems pretty good. He's hesitating on this attack. I don't think he had anything. He was bluffing, I think. Alright, well, Iron Verdict so we can start killing his stuff. Except I want that. And then that. Let's see how that works. Okay, but I do need to Iron Verdict his one Hollowed Priest. Let's go this way and see what happens. Now I got two of them. Okay, so he loses his kitty cat. Pumps these guys up more. I can Iron Verdict his powerful guy. And then I don't know. Oh, I can Iron Verdict a bunch of his guys. That's pretty cool. Trying to figure out what I want to use for mana. So 2 mana, I need 1 mana. I can do 2, 4. I can actually foretell 2 things. Yeah, let's do that. Let's foretell that. And then foretell this, and I still have 1 Iron Verdict. Yeah. Yeah, that looks good. Oh, I didn't save enough for Saw Coming though. Ooh, I should have done that. Okay. No Saw Coming, but we got lots of Iron Verdict, so he's going to attack because he has a free open attack right now. And then we'll Iron Verdict his more powerful guy. Hopefully he can't gain too much life before that. Here it comes. Let's hit that. I'll let the 3 go through. Actually, I have to. I have no more mana. Right, this. Okay. This is all we have in the bin right now. Let's foretell this, our win con, with this mana. And then we're going to play Niko, Defies Destiny, gain 8 life. That's a lot of life there. That's the importance of having a lot of Foretell in this deck, is when you play a Niko, you just gain all that life that you just allowed your opponent to hack away. You just gain it all back. Now he's like, damn, he was at 9, now he's at 17. Yeah, would have been nice to have held up a counterspell for that. So we got 2 mana from these guys, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana total. So this I can make, what do I, 8 mana total? Yeah, 8 mana that I can spend on this. So I can set it to 3. Yeah, let's do that because we can get it back with this next turn. So let's do that. 1, 2, 3, pay, auto pay. Keeping one of my guys untapped. Yeah, that seems good. Pacifism, okay. You know what? I should have saved a white open. I should have tapped this guy and left 1 white mana open for Iron Verdict. That would have been a smarter way to do that. This guy has to go. But he needs to tap him. I haven't been saving mana for Saw It Coming. I could have countered him if I had done that. See if we can just flood them with angels. Nice little pacifism there. Man, I need that thing that creates a bird now because I can't kill this guy without it. Man, I have a lot of things I want to foretell. Let's... If I play this, I can foretell 1 mana. Now let's save that for later. Right now, let's just foretell this. What can I use this mana for? Foretell a card from your hand. Okay, let's use that. And that. I will foretell this. And then I do have the mana. That way I have the mana here. I can't use that mana to cast this guy during my opponent's turn. So now I do. I've got Iron Verdict if he attacks and taps something. I've got mana for Saw It Coming, which I can use this guy to pay that. Which is pretty cool. Swings in with that. Interesting. Let's block with this guy. Throws it away so we can pump up this guy, all these guys some more with the life gain. Come on, where's that exile effect that I have? Okay, how do I want to do this? I am in a heap of trouble. Let's go. Did I not attack? I should have attacked with those last. Did I not attack with them? That was a huge mistake on my part. If I could have attacked and didn't. Mistakes. Let's play this thing. Cast a spell is attacking creatures with tokens with flying. No. I don't want you blocking my stuff. Take 8 damage. So this white mana for the Iron Verdict, and then this 2 blue mana for Behold the Multiverse. Oh, I got 2 here. Dang it. Ugh. That is such BS that he gets that. And I don't have my counterspell now. Oh, that's such bull. Yeah, let's go that way. Yeah, but not enough mana to cast it. Son of a... Yeah, I can foretell it, but what good is that going to do? Resolve. I have to peck away at him with my flying. I could have attacked him with my Cosmos Charger too, couldn't have I? Dang it. Man, I'm making too many mistakes in this. If he attacks with this, I can kill him. Iron Verdict does 5 damage. And then any one of these other creatures, well, not this guy, but any one of these other creatures will do the remaining and kill the guy. And kill the big 7/7. So, let's Iron Verdict. This guy. Chump. No. Pass. Chump with this. Okay, can I still... Yes, I can. Let's go with the counter spell. Use him to do that. Get some value out of him before he goes. Cosmos Charger. Being able to do that for 1 mana at instant speed. That's all Cosmos Charger that allows us to do that. Okay, here we go again. How much mana do we have for this? We have 3, 4, 5, 6 mana total. So that means we can get 2 more angels. We probably actually need that. Problem is, that's going to take a lot of mana. Here, let's go this way. What does it use? White, that's fine. How many blue? We have 2 blue. We've got at least 2 other blue here. Let's use this blue to foretell that. And then we go next. Swinging with my flying. Yeah. Okay. So these are all instants and sorceries in my hand, which means this mana can pay for it all. First strike until end of turn. Do we want to counter that? Not really. Oh, shoot. I forgot about his card draw and life gain. I should have countered that. Damn it. Forgot about those guys. Son of a... I can still throw 1 angel at him and an Iron Verdict to kill him. And I can actually cast both Iron Verdicts. So if he attacks with an Inspiring Commander, I can get him that way too. Okay, what's going on here? Alright. A very highly deliberated Plains. Because, you know, it looks like there's so many other lands he could play in this deck. Should I play a Plains or should I play a Plains? Which is the better Plains? Which Plains is more of a Plains? Oh, this is an interesting attack. Oh, he's pulling out... he's too afraid to lose him. Smart on his part, though. I was getting excited when he was attacking. He's like, now that they're tapped, I can Iron Verdict them. Where's my other exile one, my other removal, that Ravenform, that's what it's called. Where's my freaking Ravenform? So he's attacking with that, which is kind of weird, because I can just block with one of my angels. So that's a little strange. Should I declare blockers and then play Iron Verdicts? Or let's go Iron Verdict here first. Yeah, let's do it that way. Get rid of that guy. He's getting way too much card draw and life gain. So then next we block this. So this will do 5 damage. 5 plus 4 is 9. I don't want to lose both my angels. I'll just block with the 1 and see what happens. See what he does. Okay. Anything else? I'm just going to put a stop here. So if I go this way, I can still play an Iron Verdict and counter that thing. Still have my Iron Verdict to finish that guy off. Whew. Devastating. Okay, so what do we have now? 3, 6, 7 mana, so we can play 3 for this. Okay, let's attack first. Down to 3. What did I say I could do this? 3, 6. Yeah, I said I could do 3. 3. Yeah. Go for it. That's looking bad for our opponent now. At 3 health and all this flying. He has to end me right now or wipe my board. Gaining a bit of life will help a bit. There's just too much flying I have over here though. He needs more pacifisms, more stuff like that. A lot of it. Okay, well, should probably block something. Let's go like that. 2 angels should still kill him, plus the Cosmos Charger. So let's go that way. He's clearly got something up his sleeve. Yep, okay. Not surprised. But I still have too many angels. Let's hold this guy back just in case, and that should be game. Yeah, okay. Did he say good game at any point? I was thinking if they don't say that, it's like, well, I don't know. Is it over? I don't think so. He's probably going to keep fighting, so. But yeah, that's why I held that guy back, but no, yeah, he was good with it, so. Try another one. Good start. Okay, before we play the Birth of Meletis, let's just see what our opponent does. Maybe we want to start foretelling stuff right off the bat. We got one of them this time, both of them. Now let's not see a whole bunch more of them. Let's see variety, please. Man, I would have killed for one of these last game. Did I see a single one all game? Okay, so he hasn't done much yet, so let's start with the foretelling. We've got a Niko Defies Destiny here. So before we shoot that off, we definitely want to have a lot in in Foretell. Ooh, little bugger. Hate discard decks. So what's he gonna hit? My Birth? Please hit the Birth. He doesn't even get to look at this card though. That's what's nice about Foretell. This card is so protected out here. He can't look at it. He can't make me discard it. He can't do anything to it. Well, a non-land. Choose a non-land card. Exile that card. What did he choose? Niko Defies Destiny. That was a good one. He shouldn't have had to think that hard about it, but Foretell is such a new mechanic, people don't realize how powerful that Niko Defies Destiny, the fact that you play a Foretell card and then get that Foretell card back when the Niko ends at the end of the saga, really powerful stuff, and people often underestimate it. So it was smart of him to get rid of that right away. Let's go with a Ravenform. Yeah, he doesn't have much on the battlefield, so I'm not crazy about defense right now. I can play this next turn and get a mana from it so we don't miss a land drop. Let's see what he plays now. So he better not play. Yeah, now the defense doesn't matter. I need to save. I need to Iron Verdict that bird. or not the bird, the thing. If we play this, here, play this, and then go this. Yeah, I like that. And then I still have mana to play this at instant speed. Although I might just want to let that thing peck away at me for a little bit, depending on what else he plays. Yeah, let's hit it now. I have another one, so let's just throw it away. Get rid of that stuff. Another one of these. Okay, so let's go Birth, so we can hit a land drop. And then we're gonna foretell that. So we got this one land as white or blue, so we can do any one of these two. This one we can only do during our turn, but this one we can do at instant speed if he plays something with haste, which I doubt it because I see all blue and black. Blue and black doesn't do a lot of haste, so we probably won't be playing anything until our next turn. Great. And there's the blocker. Whenever this creature attacks or blocks, yeah, top 2 cards. Of course he gets that. Go this way again. Okay, so planeswalkers and enchantments are bad for me. Turn target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. That player exiles a card from their hand. Wow. Yeah, I can't Ravenform that. I can't really do anything. That really sucks. Ironbird. Let's Behold the Multiverse now. Let's see what we get. Really? 3, 4, 5, 6, and there's 7. It's a lot. Do I want 8? 8 would be kind of cool. No, let's get rid of them both. We need other spells. He's got too many cards in hand. He's got too much awesome stuff going on here. Another blocker? Yeah, let's throw it out there, sure. I don't think I'm going to use any of these. I didn't have enough mana for this, so might as well. Would have been nice to have that sitting in exile when he played that, so I could have countered it. His counterspell is the only way I have of dealing with enchantments and planeswalkers. When my opponent plays that stuff, it's just... Yeah. Like, I can't kill it now. I have nothing. Like, this doesn't do anything for planeswalkers or enchantments, and neither does this. And they're the only 2 removal. It's the only counterspell, so... I think swapping this, the Harbinger, with, like, more Doomskars and... like, you take all 4 of these out and go Doomskars and the Angel one, whatever it's called, Starnheim, whatever. So he exiled my one of my and another Niko. Oh no, he did that Niko earlier, right? Yeah. He hit that Niko earlier. What, he bounced this back to my hand or something? Or I don't understand why this is back in my hand. Did I miss something? What did he play? Oh, unsummon. Okay. He's being annoying. I see. This sucks that I can't do anything about his creatures. Like, he's just going to keep making more of them. No, I need something to attack his planeswalkers so he stops making those creatures. Yeah, like, I can't do anything with this. I need creatures. I need creatures. No ifs, ands, or buts. To attack this thing. Can Ravenform one of his birds. Let's go that way and get Sot coming. Put away, so I have 3 mana to spend on any of these. No, this is... No, I only have the 2 mana. Let's end turn there. Yeah, there's nothing, because there's nothing I can do about Planeswalkers. So there's some of the weaknesses of this deck, I guess. We need more ways of dealing with Planeswalkers. And what's the mana cost of this? 5. Yeah, there goes a Doomskar. That would have been nice. And so more of these things in place instead of these guys, as well as the ones that creates the angels. Can maybe start Iron Verdicting these things so he doesn't hit me with it so much. What's the ultimate on this? Let me cast. Face up cards your opponent's own without payment. Wow, yeah. But there's just nothing I can do. Why even bother? Like, there's nothing I can do about it. I'll just sit here and watch him slowly beat me to death. Like, alright. Wow, this is weird. Yeah, if these were Doomskars here, I'd be a little okay with that. All I need is 1 more mana. I can let my opponent build up a huge board and then just wipe the whole thing, gain a bunch of life, right? Like, some more Doomskars would be nice. As well as those angel ones, but those are rares and mythics, and this is a budget deck, so that's why I went this direction. Yeah, I gotta keep it. It's really not a bad starting hand. So if these were Doomskars, you'd foretell them on your 2nd turn, and then that way from your 3rd turn onward, you're always ready to play a Doomskar. Here we go again. It's always different cards, but it's like, here's all of this card. All of them. It's always a crappy card. Why can't they give me all of my, whatever that angel one is? I keep forgetting what it is. Starnheim something? Attack of Starnheim Unleashed? I don't know. Something like that. Let's go this way, because it's a ramp. It's mana ramp for our instants and sorceries. What, he's going to counter it or something? Like, okay. Okay, I'm okay with that. That was a kind of a weird, I wasn't really, yeah, it's because I have so many of them and I wasn't really leaning on it, so I was like, whatever. You want to counter it? Fine. You want to counter this one too? You're not countering this one. I played another one. Oh yeah, now he's got this crap. Alright, I need to get my counterspell foretold. Rogues. I thought people were done with rogues. God. So sick of rogues. Like, I get why they were played so much because it was a really good deck. But come on, Kaldheim's out. There's new stuff. Like, do something different with your life. There goes my Doomskar, which would have saved me. Hey, that's the problem with only having 2 of them. I'm pretty screwed now. That Doomskar would have, oh man, so fixed this game. He's got 2 cards left. Look at all the creatures. I don't care about my guy. Like, let's hit 2 white mana and foretell this. I need 2 mana to play that. Yeah. Unfortunately, I do not have enough to play another spell and hold up mana for that. He's gonna mill me like crazy. Yeah. Here we go again. Like, yeah, this is, I totally should have just annihilated this guy. But it's just, yeah, they just stack my deck. Like, God, Mike, it's, Here, let's just hit this guy now. Yeah, get rid of that guy right away so he doesn't mill me so much. Man, just the order, like the perfect curve my opponents keep continuously getting. And not only am I playing a deck that is slower, even when it's hitting its curve, it's slow. Yet I don't hit my curve. My opponent hits their perfect curve on a fast deck, and I never hit my curve on a slow deck. Wow, okay. I was sure we were guaranteed to not see this again. Alright, well, we can't block with this guy, so let's use his mana to foretell. Can't foretell anything else, but I can play this. I've got some foretell stuff in the bin that I can get back. Oh yeah, because he's been milling me like crazy. See, that's what's nice if with mill decks. Like, I had played a mill deck, and he milled all my Niko Defies Destiny, and I never got to play a single one. But this way, he mills my Foretell cards. You can play a Niko Defies Destiny. Play a land, too. You can play a Niko Defy Destiny, gain some life, right? Get your mana, and then you get, like, because they're milling all your Foretell cards, you can just... They mill so many cards out of your library, you just pick which Foretell card you want back. It's weird that he didn't counter that. He clearly had a counter spell. People don't realize how good this card is in a Foretell deck. It's really good. I just gained a whole bunch of life. Oh, he has Flash, that's why. He didn't have a counter spell. He has Flash. So the game was giving him priority. So he's going to do some more damage, mill me some more, which is going to suck. But it's going to give me more options in my graveyard for the Niko Defies Destiny. And then what? We Doomskar next turn? How many does he got in hand? Not a lot. He isn't playing too much in hand. Could have a counter spell that he's holding on to. I have a counter spell too. Yep, let's do it. You know what? I should have tapped her instead of my land, but I would have had to manually do that. Yeah. Dang. So he's drawing his card off of that. Does he get his counter spell that he needs to counter the Doomskar? Nope. So what should I get out of my graveyard with Niko over here? Should I counter that? Okay, so we're both at a bit of a stalemate now. Both top decking. He doesn't have much, I don't have much. Oh, I'm getting more now. What should I get back? Let's dig. So let's cast this after his combat so I can use this guy as a blocker and then use it for that sucks. So he is attacking. Yikes. I don't want to give him Ravens though. I just want to kill his stuff. But all of my other guys are in the graveyard, right? Yeah, there's 2 Iron Verdicts. And both my Doomskars are in the graveyard, so I kind of have to... Alright, well, keep one maybe? Yeah, we'll keep both, whatever. Okay, how much can I do this? This guy counts. He can pay for that mana. So what do we have here? 3, 4 planes, then 3 other. Plus this is 8. So I can make this 3. And I won't have to use this guy. Oh no, wait, I have to foretell it first in order to do it that way. Right. Dang, okay. Well, foretell it then. Let's Ravenform this thing. And then foretell this Ravenform. This deck is definitely a slow one, that's for sure. That sucks. Do you want to block it? 3 damage? Ooh, yeah. Well, what do we have? We have 4, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, not enough to make this 4 for X. Let's say no block, take the damage. I'll block later if I need to. That can get me... Okay, we'll play this. So I'm going to gain a bunch of life. I can get something, a Foretell out of the graveyard. And I can play this next turn with the extra mana I get from here. And get more angels. I'm being a bit greedy, I know. It's a bit greedy. But let's get rid of this guy so this guy can block the ground guy. The power drops. And we'll call that there. When this deck is working good, the games do end up being pretty long because it has such a slow start and then you get so much power later on. But because of the way it works, your opponents get such a lead that it takes so long to, like, why is he not blocking? It just takes so long to claw your way back and get back in control of the game again. Okay. Wow, how much mana do we have? Alright, well we have 4 planes, so 8 here, 10 in total. You can use this, you can pay 4 for this and have 1 mana left over. 1 mana is not going to do much, but we'll go 4. So that gives me 4 angels with vigilance. Hopefully this will wrap up the game. He's got 1 card. He's top decking with 1 card in hand. I can't do my counterspell, unfortunately. Yeah, he's looking at that. I got that extra mana for it. Alright, so he comes out with that. Good show. Hits my other Starnheim. Oh well, I'll be getting something back next turn. Probably one of my... Starnheim Unleashed. That's the card name. Starnheim Unleashed. So do I want... Doomskar or Starnheim? I think we go with Starnheim. We just keep making our board ridiculous. Where is it? There it is. So let's foretell it right away. So it's ready, locked, and loaded. Let's foretell this. Let's use only white mana to foretell it. And I can actually foretell this. And still have mana for Sot coming. So let's, yeah. Go that way. All attack except this guy. I actually need him for mana. So that's 16 damage coming at him in the air. So yeah, he pretty much has to block chump block 8 of that. And the worst part is for our opponent is that all these guys have vigilance. So they're still able to block now, all these 4/4s. Beat the rogues, man. I was so mad when I saw rogues. Who still plays rogues? That was last season. Come on, guys. Kaldheim is out. Let's get to some new stuff going. I like my deck because it's creative. It's new. It's new abilities, new synergies, new everything. Oh, I could have countered that. Oh well. Didn't matter. I'm like, well, I don't need to block my turn. Let's go this way. Hold the Multiverse. Yeah, let's take them both. Another Multiverse. Here, well, let's just swing in right now. See what he's got. Do all that damage. That's 16 active game. Yeah. What am I doing wasting time with all that stuff? Yeah, I had game right there. Okay. Okay, so there's something I haven't not yet done since Kaldheim came out. So I just wanted to share it all with you. And then just a reminder for anybody who's relatively new to the channel, I'll be including a link in the description for this video of another video I did in the Beginner's Guide playlist, and it's really awesome. I teach you how to get a whole bunch of codes that you enter up here in the store and get a whole bunch of free packs. So since Kaldheim came out, I haven't gotten my free packs for Kaldheim. So just as an example for all of you that's new, you just go play Kaldheim. Did I spell Kaldheim right? I think I did. And then you hit enter. There it is. 3 free packs. So if you're brand new to Magic, click on that video, go check it out. I tell you how to just get a whole bunch of these. I show you what website to go to get codes for cosmetics and all kinds of awesome stuff. So I just wanted to take a few seconds now to point that out to all of you. So there it was. What did you think? I know it's kind of sluggish. It's kind of unfortunate. I didn't get quite as good of games today as I did yesterday. Like yesterday, I was having such good games with it. Like I wasn't winning them all. Like I was only winning maybe 55, 60% of the games, but I was having a lot of fun with it. All the crazy stuff you can do with it when you get the Cosmos Charger and then you're foretelling for free. It's unfortunate I never really got to do a lot of that stuff in the video. But yeah, like I did have a lot of fun with it that one day. And like I said, it wasn't a lot of wins, but it's just really fun, a really unique way of playing a control deck with all the Foretell. And like I said earlier, more Starnheim Unleashes, more Doomskars. Like there's so many times where it's like a Doomskar would have just saved my life. We have very few creatures in this deck. We've got the Harbingers and the Cosmos Chargers. And then the Unleashes. Starnheim Unleashed. Oh, that's better. I had a really itchy throat all of a sudden there. Anyways, Starnheim Unleashed. Yeah, we need more of them. That was my point there. We need more Doomskars, more Starnheim Unleashes. And then maybe we can swap. I like the Iron Verdict. It's fun. Maybe swap the Ravenforms for something that can also deal with enchantments and planeswalkers. Maybe a classic Banishing Light would be better, and it'll keep the deck budget friendly too. I know increasing these aren't going to do much for the budget friendly, but this is almost entirely Kaldheim too. And what I've been saying recently is to try to stick with building up more cards of the newer sets. So as the new set comes on, it's always easy to get a lot of free cards from the new set, whatever set is currently on and going, which right now is Kaldheim. The current set is what I like to call it, or the current season. It's the Kaldheim season right now, so that's what I like to call it. So you want to stick with trying to save up as much Kaldheim cards as you can, because it's easier to get them now than it will be later down the road. So this deck kind of encourages you to do that, right? Like, here's a Kaldheim deck, almost entirely Kaldheim. If you like it and you want to build it, you know, you won't need a lot of other cards here. I suggest definitely keeping this in. And like I said, maybe swapping that Ravenform for a Banishing Light to help give you something to deal with planeswalkers and enchantments. You get rid of, now you're removing something that has Foretell for something that does not have Foretell, but that's okay, because here you're removing 4 Karfell Harbingers, which don't have Foretell, and you're adding Starnheims and Doomskars, which do have Foretell. So you're kind of trading off everything back and forth like that. So those are my recommendations, excuse me, for the gameplay that I've experienced with this deck. Man, I wish I was recording that one day. The games were nutty. They were crazy. The things I was doing was weird. Like the order I was doing, like, yeah, and then Niko defies destiny, and I'm just taking so much damage. I think I was a little smarter in the end of the game there, because you kind of have to just let your opponent have their way with you in the beginning. It sounds bad, I know, but it's kind of what you got to do. You just let them have their way for the first good 3 or 4 turns, which sucks because you're foretelling in that time. And once you've got a little buffer of foretold cards and then a little bit of cards in your hand, now you have basically 2 hands to work with, and then that gives you a very powerful situation. And but it's really hard to get there. So have any of you guys seen any other YouTubers do this? I'm really curious about this deck. I saw one other guy on YouTube do this deck. Not this exact one. His was very different. This is totally my version of it. I have definitely more Foretell cards in my deck than he did, or maybe the other way around. I don't know. Either way, you know, I'm not seeing a lot of this out there right now. So let me know what you think. Do you guys see more of this? Like, do you think it's effective? Do you think it has a future in Magic, or is it just kind of something fun to play around with while Kaldheim's in, and then it'll kind of fade away when the next set comes out and Foretell will become a thing of the past? Maybe Saw It Coming will hang around for a while. It'll be like the only Kaldheim cards in future control decks. Like, what do you think? Do you think that's what's going to happen? Because it's, you know, it's Foretell ability and stuff like that. It may be useful in decks that don't have much Kaldheim. Like, yeah, what do you guys think of all this stuff? Do you like it? Do you want to see more? Yeah, I don't know. You like the video? Share, hit the thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already. And if you're new to the channel, go check out that beginner's guide playlist, because it is really cool. I don't have a lot of good stuff for you, how to get a whole bunch of free cards, all kinds of stuff. So if you are new here, go check that out, that playlist. It's like a whole course on getting started with Arena. That being said, hope you all have a great week, and I'll see you on Thursday. Cheers.